Hello, welcome to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I am your host, Sam Squailia, and this week we are talking about Tupperware and music. We have Brenda Coveno-Watson talking about all the Tupperware faves and a little bit of history about Tupperware. And we have Dr. Amy McGlothlin talking about Fitchburg State University, and she's the director of bands there. So we're talking about the upcoming winter concerts or fall concerts. And then we have Eddy Troxler from Eddy's Music talking about the Music for Youth program, the jazz at Riverstyx, and all the other musical things that are going on at Eddy's Music. So up here right now in the Workers Credit Union studios at FATV, I have Brenda Coveno-Watson, our local Tupperware representative.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm very good.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here because I'm excited to talk about my favorite product, Tupperware.
Yes, and we have an array of the Tupperware products. Are these like the new Tupperware products, or like they come out with new lines?
So I brought a little array of some of my favorite things, and Tupperware is so innovative, so they come out with some really great stuff. So
you got the classics and then the new innovative things.
The classics, correct? Yes.
Okay.
Let me just tell you a little bit about it, and I have my notes because I don't want to miss anything. But Earl Tupper, so there really was a Tupper person who invented Tupperware. He is from Berlin, New Hampshire. He was born in 1907. He graduated from Fitchburg High in 1925.
Fitchburg High School?
Fitchburg High School.
Really?
Yeah.
Earl Tupper?
History right here, yes.
Right here in Fitchburg.
Right here in little old Fitchburg, right?
Fitchburg, such history.
So his family had a farm and some greenhouses in Shirley. So he still has family in Shirley, Mass. He met a guy in about 1936 or so who was named Bernard Doyle, and he was an inventor of plastics, and he worked in part with the DuPont paint factory in Leominster. So yeah, it's all a nice little thing. So Earl worked at Leominster, and if you look at any of our Tupperware containers, they are actually an inverted paint can.
Inverted paint can?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Because he figured if he could keep paint fresh, or if you could keep paint fresh, you could keep food fresh. So this is just an inverted paint can. So that's how he designed the product. The problem is that it didn't do well when it went out in stores. So he ended up starting a business in Leominster back in 1938. He came up with it's Earl S. Tupper Company in Leominster, and he put it on the shelves and nobody would buy it because they thought, what's so big about this Tupperware, you know? So he met Tommy Damigella of Everett, Mass, and Brownie Weiss of Florida, and they sold Fuller Brush. And Tupperware that's the part of their brand, the Fuller Brush.
So Fuller Brush owns Tupperware?
Tupperware actually owns Fuller Brush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in 1950, like I said, he put them on the shelves. And Wonderlier bowls, these are the Wonderlier bowls, these are the classic bowls, are the first bowls that they started out with. But back in then, they were very opaque. They're very colorful right now. So
they were more blah before?
More blah, because the plastic industry was so different then. But what's really nice about anything that's round in Tupperware is everything is virtually liquid tight. So like I have some water in here and it's liquid tight. You don't have to worry about anything. So that's the nice thing about Tupperware. It also keeps your food fresh, lasting longer so that you save your money.
If water can't get out, then air can't get in.
Correct. There you go. When you say Tupperware, a lot of people know our salt and pepper shakers. These were a staple around the home, and people remember these. I have so many people that come up to me.
I'm pretty sure I have some in my cupboard.
Yes. Oh, yay. This month in Tupperware, they're giving out the minis. So see the difference? As a free gift for hosting a little party. So that's just a little special gift.
Now, what's the benefit of the salt and pepper shaker in the plastic Tupperware?
Well, again, no air gets in there, so you don't have to worry about your
the salt getting
salt clumpy. Yes.
And then you got to jam it with a knife.
You don't have to do that with this. And You don't have to keep anything in there, like a lot of people keep rice in their salt shakers.
Yeah, I
and
do
things.
that.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. Because again, it's sealed tight. It's got the round seal. So, so that's the benefit of Tupperware. This is not Tupperware. This is not a very good container to store. It may be good for temporary reasons. Like if you came over to my house and you went home with food, you might get one of these.
You're not giving away your fancy Tupperware.
No, I'm not. No, for sure not. So they're celebrating 75 years. And
this is 75 years?
Company is 75 years old, yes. And I've been with them for 31 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I love the company and I love the product. And I love how it saves you time, space, and waste. And that's key. Like this set here, these are called our modulars.
Is this like for cereal?
For cereals, yep. Like I have my oatmeal packets because once
because you could
pour your cereal. Once you open up the oatmeal package, and all those oatmeals can go flying all over these are our oatmeals. Same with crackers, you know. You can keep your crackers safe, you can keep them dry, and we know this time of the year, there's little mice trying to get in your house. They can't get in the Tupperware, which is so nice.
The bane of my existence, mice.
I know.
So they don't chew through the Tupperware?
They don't. They may nibble around the corners, but they won't get inside, which is perfect. Now, we always say put everything in there naked. Like when you cut your crackers, just dump them in there. You don't want to keep the packaging.
Why?
Because actually bugs like glue. And if you bring a pest home from the supermarket, then you could infest your cabinets with the bug. Yeah, they like glue. That's what they eat.
What? Really?
Yeah, pests. So there's different shapes. As you can see, you got the oval, the square, the rectangle, and the super oval.
I really like the squarish ones. I have a couple of these shaped ones.
Oh,
and
nice.
They fit so nicely in the cabinet.
Yeah, I love the square and the rectangles for scooping, if you're going to do a lot of scooping. But this perfect for pouring. So
like sugar?
Brown sugar, 2-pound brown sugar fits in here perfectly. So, and you know what? If you're an occasional baker like me, you want the brown sugar to be soft.
Yeah. Or like me, where you get the little plastic bag and it's just a rock.
No.
And I don't even know, how do you get it soft? I don't know. Put it in the microwave with some water? I don't know.
I did that once. It ended up all running down the side of the microwave, so you don't, you want to be careful. Don't do that. So these are great for your cabinets, but Tupperware realized that households are wasting anywhere from $400 to $600 on fruits and vegetables, so your produce, and produce, I know you must have noticed the cost of produce, the cost of everything has gone up. So they came up with Fridge Smart. Have you seen Fridge Smart?
No.
Couple of different sizes.
What are these, like venting for
Yes. So
veggies?
For fruits and veggies. So the bottom keeps everything up off the moisture, and then depending on what you have in there in the columns, look at the columns. They have venting dots at the top.
Oh, okay. So you keep it half vented for veggies.
For depending on which veggie you have in there, you're right.
Depending on the veggie. And you don't vent it all for fruit.
No.
No venting.
Actually, that whole column, they don't go in the refrigerator. So that's an extra.
Oh, no fridge. Oh, yeah,
no
banana.
Fridge. Right.
Tomato. No pumpkin, no.
And then you would.
No avocado in the fridge. Well,
no.
I mean, the way I eat my avocado.
Oh, well, maybe.
Leave it on the counter. The next thing you know,
it's gone.
Rotten.
Oh, well.
Time passes very quickly, Brenda.
As it's getting ripened, then put it in the refrigerator. That's what you do, yeah. But these will keep your strawberries up to 3 weeks. It's amazing.
Ooh, that's nice. Because strawberries last 2 days after I buy them?
Yeah, unless you eat them all real quick.
Yeah, they're all moldy.
Yeah.
So what are these things called again?
Fridge Smart.
Fridge Smart.
Very smart for your refrigerator. This is great for the asparagus, for the baby carrots, and that such. This one, I love this one. This, you can fit the whole bag of spinach. So you take all the spinach out of that plastic container in the plastics and put it all in there. I've had spinach in there for almost 3 weeks. It's amazing how much, when you know that it's not going to go bad really quick, you savor it.
Oh, and on the top, it's got the little
the
full
vents.
open.
Yeah.
Not open at all, half open.
Correct.
Nice.
So it's just like the thing on your refrigerator.
Because they off gas.
Right. different fruits, different vegetables give off certain gases.
And you don't want to, and you don't store them together.
Not usually, unless they have the same venting system. So I love the Fridge Smart. This happens to be one of the most popular pieces. And you know,
this is the innovative.
This is very innovative because this will save you a ton of money. And you can put these on your shelving unit. You know, shelvings in your fridge.
Fit in the fridge very nicely because they're kind of squarish.
Yeah, they're so they got great sizes. And you can put everything else in the drawers, like the sour cream, the yogurt, and all that stuff. Put that all in the drawer so you're not like searching around your refrigerator. If everything is right there in your drawer, and keep your fruits and vegetables.
And that's really where fruits and vegetables need to be up front and center.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're forgotten.
Exactly, exactly. So Tupperware is a little more innovative. They have a pressure cooker that goes in your microwave, and I was a little leery about pressure cookers just because, but I figured if it's in your microwave and anything happens, it's in the box. So if anything happens, but they've made this so innovative. I mean, feel this. This is just amazing.
Oh yeah, this is heavy duty.
Yes. So it goes right in your microwave. You see, it's got that rubber gasket seal on the bottom of the cover there.
Yeah.
It's got a couple of vents, so it'll vent the air while it's in the microwave. And it takes about 30 minutes to make a complete meal in here.
What kind of meal?
So I love chicken orzo soup. That's one of my favorites, especially this time of the year. But you can do beef and broccoli is awesome. You can also do desserts, apple crisp. We've done applesauce, everything.
Cook it in the microwave.
In the microwave, it's amazing. Then we have our, this is our Micro Pro Grill. Do you like to grill?
Grill.
Do you like to grill?
I like to get the food and make my husband do the grilling.
Me too. I'm afraid of the button.
I burned my hair before like this.
Yeah, I hear you. That's why I love this. And I thought for sure my husband was not going to like this because he's the grill master in our house, just like yours.
Who's the grill master?
Right? But I love this because it's quick and it's easy. You can grill anything from grilled cheese to steaks to burgers to
in the microwave.
In the microwave. When you put it like this, it's pressed, so it goes down and it presses. Grilled cheese in 4 minutes, it comes out amazing, and you never have
crispy?
Yeah, and you never have to scrape the crust, which is really nice.
You need butter? You put the butter?
Yeah, you put some butter on there, absolutely. You put it this way if you want to do a casserole. So like if you want to do your mac and cheese.
Oh, so it's not pressed.
Correct. I love paninis. I love having pizza. You could do your own little one pizza for one person. 4 minutes though, it's amazing. And right in the microwave. And
so how does it work?
Well,
this looks like metal.
It is metal. It goes right in the microwave. Because it's encapsulated in the silicone, you don't have to worry about it arcing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tupperware is just, and that's one of a kind. Nobody else on the market has anything like that.
Fascinating.
It is amazing.
It's really heavy.
It's very heavy. And what's really nice is
really
any
heavy
of our
too.
microwave products, the handles stay very cool. So you don't have to worry about taking it in and out of the microwave. So it's wonderful. Shrimp, chicken, fish, anything. We've done cinnamon buns in there. You can.
And I assume when you buy it, they give you a recipe guide?
Oh, well, yes. A little recipe guide does come in it, but you can go on Pinterest. You can go on,
oh, I bet there's Tupperware Facebook
a blog.
Groups
Yes,
that have all the good recipes, and everyone going, I tried this, amazing.
We have a nice blog, so you can go out and get some of our recipes for the products. We have a lot of great sales going on right now, and everybody loves the shape toy, the shape sorter toy.
Oh yeah, my daughter had one of those.
Every child should have one of these. And right now it's on special. This came out in 1962.
By Tupperware?
Tupperware.
Tupperware made it?
This is it, yes.
So if you buy one of those now, it's a Tupperware?
It's a Tupperware shape ball, yes.
He's from Fitchburg.
Yeah.
He graduated Fitchburg High. He made the baby shape sorter.
Exactly.
Look at all these things.
And then, it's not like back in the day when everyone stayed home. Everybody's busy, on the run, on the go. You can make meals and keep them in your refrigerator in our Crystal Wave set. These are microwave reheatable.
Oh, because it's got the little vent.
It's got the vent. Anything with the vent is microwave reheatable. And what's nice, again, the
You
handles.
just open the vent and then microwave it.
Microwave. Reheating only. So reheat is 50 to 70% power. Because you don't want to recook, you want to reheat.
Oh, so I should change the power setting on that mic. I thought that was just worthless buttons.
No, the buttons do mean something.
Okay.
But this set is going to be, actually, there's going to be a great special on this set.
What are these called?
These are called Crystal Wave.
Crystal Wave. Oh, 'cause
Yes.
they go in the microwave.
They go in the microwave. They have little feet on the bottom so that they're lifted off so that they get even reheating. The handles don't get hot, which we love. And again, you can take them on the go. They're brand new, so they're really stiff. You got to love them for a while before they get nice and soft.
It still does that.
Yeah, you don't have to burp us anymore. 75 years, you don't have to burp any of the Tupperware. But this special, just in time for Thanksgiving, because, you know, hey, you got to put the turkey in something, the mashed potatoes, the stuffing. You can have a whole little set right there. And then we have our wonderful gadgets.
The gadgets.
Yeah, you a kitchen gadget girl?
Yeah,
No?
I feel like I've got some gadgets that never get any love.
These gadgets, you love them because they're so easy to operate. First of all, they got a very sharp blade in there, and there's 3 blades.
Is that one of those pump things? That you...
No, actually, this is a lot easier. You put it on just like an aspirin cap, and then you pull the cord.
Oh, it's like a lawnmower.
It's like a
Wait,
lawnmower.
So what am I cutting in there?
Onion, never cry cutting an onion anymore.
So,
Garlic.
so like I cut hunks and I put it in there
Yeah.
and I just pull it?
Yeah.
And
Nuts.
it's just cutting it?
Yeah. Do you like blizzards from DQ?
I have had one.
Okay, well, if you put your Reese cups in the freezer for a little while, you can put them in here and then mix them in your ice cream.
You know, that saves me from using the knife next to all my fingers.
Exactly. But be careful. Don't let the blades fool you because they're very sharp.
And
Now,
what's that thing called?
this is the Chop and Prep.
Chop and prep.
And it is the baby of the Power Chef. And the Power Chef, to tell you really quick, I keep everything in here. So I'm not running around my house looking for all these pieces. They're right here when I need them. So a couple of pieces. We've got the paddle that's like you can whip up cake mix. You can do your own frostings, your Cool Whips, your own salad dressings.
So it's like one of those big things that sits on the counter, the KitchenAid.
KitchenAid. This replaces the KitchenAid. And you know what's nice about this? You can take this camping with you. You can take this to somebody's house. You don't need electricity, so it's perfect.
Does it also do one of these?
The blade, which is very sharp. You have the little guard that goes on the blade. Yep, and I use the blade probably like at least once a day, sometimes twice. You know, you have chicken at night. Put your chicken in here, put your mayo in here, put everything you need in here.
Salad?
Do your chicken salad, because all you need to do
and
is
it's
put
the
on the
same little
top. Yeah.
Ah.
So it's perfect, and it's got this little rubber gasket so it doesn't shimmy across the counter when you're mixing. I use this pretty much as my mixing bowl all the time. Everything. I made pancakes the other day. Put everything in here. Right?
And then you just pop it in the dishwasher.
Yes, pop it in the dishwasher. It does have one feature, and I'll tell you, it rinses off really quick. That you may not even want to take room up in your and you're going to want to use it the next day. So, but it's got one more feature, and that's the funnel. That if you're making like a pesto or you're making a meringue, you might have to add the cream as you go along. So it's got that little feature, and lime. And this is my favorite to make salsa.
What's it called again?
This is the Supersonic Power Chef.
Supersonic Power Chef.
And the Chop and Prep. And you buy them together, you actually save money, which is nice. But this is just, yeah. Do you like Mexican salsa?
Yeah.
Oh, you can whip it up in here,
I like
either
the peach
fresh
salsa,
tomatoes.
the sweet
oh, you
salsa,
can do,
the
yeah, you can do all
lemon
kinds of
zone,
salsa.
peach, that's my favorite.
But that's kind of a little array of what I brought today. And I just wanted to share with you that these are one-time plastics. These are not meant to be reused.
No.
We have our sustainable water bottles, and I brought that for you, Sam.
For me?
Yeah, because I know
Thank you, Brenda.
you're a busy girl,
Ooh,
and
I like that squeezes.
2 of those will actually be your intake for the day.
What?
So you fill them up. Two.
How many
yeah,
cups?
32 ounces in that one.
Ooh, so this is 2 of them is a gallon.
2 of them is your intake for the day. Yeah,
Or half gallon.
64 ounces.
Half gallon.
So that's for you for having your Tupperware party today.
Thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome.
Cool.
And you can.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking Tupperware with us. We have, did we put Brenda's, the website where you could go to learn more information? my.tupperware.com/
BCWTUP. So it's basically my initials, Brenda Coveno-Watson, and TUP, TUP. So,
BCW Tup.
yes, if you need any information or you have any questions, and you know, the nice thing about Tupperware, lifetime guarantee. So it chip, crack, breaks, peel, we can replace it for life.
I've never had a piece of Tupperware break.
You're good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But if you need me, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Brenda.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right, great. Thank you for showing us all this great Tupperware stuff, and just in time for the holidays.
Definitely.
And we are going to take a short break, and then we'll be on with Amy McGlothlin, the Director of Bands at Fitchburg State University.
Yay.
Hey, it's Casey from FCC TV. I'm here to remind you guys that on Friday, September 24th, from 5 to 7 p.m., the Fitchburg Cultural Council will be hosting the Creatives Meet and Greet, a networking opportunity for local creatives in your area. Now, we are looking for writers, painters, photographers, builders, architects, singers, actors, producers, any sort of creative professional or hobbyist or what have you. There's no discrimination here. It's networking. It's going to be a really good time. Again, that is Friday, September 24th from 5 to 7 p.m. on Mill Street. We'll see you there on Mill Street!
It's that time of the year again. Fitchburg Cultural Council is accepting grant applications for cultural programs that benefit the Fitchburg community. Got an incredible idea that needs funding? We can help. These programs must be in the arts, science, or humanities. It must have public benefits. And finally, be sure it meets our council priorities and guidelines determined from our grantee reception and community input events on Friday, August 13th at the Fitchburg Art Museum. So, if you're looking for operating support, need funding for a ticket subsidy program, field trip, artist residence, public art, fellowship, community events, programs, or more, apply at mass-culture.org/Fitchburg. Applications open September 1st, and the deadline is October 15th at 11:59 p.m. Check our Facebook and website for grant training dates or email us at fitchburg.mcc@gmail.com if you need assistance.
Welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. We have shifted on to music at Fitchburg State University with the Director of Bands, Amy McGlothlin. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Sam.
I'm glad to have you. All right, so let's talk music.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, we have 3 concerts coming up at the end of the semester. December 2nd, we have the concert band and the community orchestra.
Is that this one?
No.
Oh.
It's that one.
Aha, this one.
So-
Can we put that up on the big screen?
So the concert band and the community orchestra, we do a joint concert every semester together, but we also pair that with our food drive. So our food drive benefits the Falcon Bazaar, which is our in-house kind of necessities
Food pantry for the students?
Yes, food pantry, toiletries, laundry detergents, things like that. Things that students need to buy that they can't always afford. So every semester we do a food drive. This year we're asking people to bring a non-perishable, non-refrigerated, microwavable, single-serve meal.
That's a lot of stipulations, like a Kraft mac and cheese.
Exactly. So something that they can pop the
like
top
a
on.
Soup, like one of those soups that you just put the hot water in.
Yeah, or something you just pop the top on, shove in the microwave. We have a lot of commuter students that benefit from that. They get a handful of those, put them in their commuter locker, and then they can just take them downstairs in Hammond and pop them in the microwave for lunch or dinner. And that's specifically what they've been asking for.
So this is open to the community.
Yes.
To join, and this is December 2nd. What is that?
That's a Thursday night.
Thursday night
And
at Weston Auditorium.
Yep, it's free. We'd ask that you bring something for our food drive. If you don't want to bring a microwavable meal, boxes of granola bars always go a long way.
Oh, yeah.
And we also take cash donations for the Falcon Bazaar as well. If you don't want to come in, it's also going to be live streamed.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely. All of our concerts are being live streamed this year, so we're trying to accommodate as many people as possible. We know some people aren't comfortable coming into indoor areas with large crowds of people, so we are doing the live stream, and that gives us an opportunity to reach a bigger audience.
And where can we find that live stream?
Those live streams, you can either scan the QR code that's in the poster, or if you go to fitchburgstate.edu/music, there are links there for all of our upcoming events.
fitchburgstate.edu/music.
That's
And that's where
correct.
we can find the information for the music program and the upcoming concerts and the live stream links.
That's correct.
All right, great.
Yes.
And what does it mean, the winter concert with the Community Orchestra Concert Band? Is that a Fitchburg State University student band? What is that? What is the Community Orchestra?
The Community Orchestra and the concert band are both open to anyone in the area. So not only do we have Fitchburg State students, but we also have alumni. We have local performers as well that want an ensemble to play in. So we welcome all of them. And we have a really diverse kind of intergenerational ensembles between the orchestra and the concert band. And it's really great for the students to be able to sit next to someone else who is either a professional or an amateur musician, and it helps them network too. So we have people who are teachers and doctors and all types of professions in music.
Very cool. All right. And so we have a couple of other concerts coming up. What's the next flyer that we got? Ooh.
Okay, so this is for the choirs. We have two choirs, I'm going to say concert choir and chamber choir.
Ooh.
And the concert this year, Lead with Love, is all about songs that deal with love, and they cross a wide variety of genres. So we have some, sort of like Renaissance type music and Broadway songs, there's some Beatles music, and I think there's a couple of Christmas songs in there too. And also free and open to the public, also live streamed. You can find the link in the same spot.
Uh-huh. So the concert choir and the chamber choir, what's the difference?
Concert choir is open to anyone at the university. You don't have to have any singing experience at all. There's no audition. You can just join. So if you want to sing in an ensemble, you can just sign up. The chamber choir is an auditioned group, so that group sings probably a little bit harder, more difficult repertoire, but both of them are excellent groups.
And these are Fitchburg State University student choirs?
Yes, they are.
And so the concert choir may be something you start with, and the chamber choir is something if you're a little more experienced with singing?
Right, a little bit more experienced or want a bigger challenge. Chamber choir is a great outlet for that. And a lot of them do both.
And do they teach you, do they give you tips on how to sing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Dr. Harvey is our director of choirs, and he's sorry he couldn't be here tonight, but he works with every single student. So every student at some point meets with him every couple of weeks, and he helps them go through their music and everything. So it's a great way to learn how to sing in an ensemble.
Yeah, because you don't just get up there and start singing like you do in your car, because in my car I sound fantastic.
Don't we all, yeah?
I have the volume up all the way.
Right, well, I mean, I'm an instrumentalist, so I mean, I hear you. I don't feel confident as a singer in an ensemble, but I know that if I wanted to be in a choir, Dr. Harvey's is where I'd want to be.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not just a natural talent. I feel like it's something that you can learn how to better sing, how to better utilize your vocal cords. And
absolutely. So anyone can learn how to sing, and with the right teacher, then you'll be highly successful.
All right. So,
great.
And we have one more winter concert, right? What's the next one, please?
Well, while they're finding that,
Yeah.
it is the concert for what we call our
Ooh.
our jazz/modern band.
Modern.
Modern band. So modern band is a kind of a new trend in secondary schools where we give students an opportunity to play an instrument and be in an ensemble that wouldn't normally be served by traditional band, chorus, and orchestra class. So if a student plays a ukulele or something else, or maybe doesn't play an instrument at all but wants to learn, the modern band concept takes everybody on any instrument at any level, and the students pick their own music. So they pick what they want to play, and we sit down and we learn how the song is structured together, and then we make an arrangement of the music that is suitable for the level of each person in the group. So for people who are fairly new at their instrument, we'll create an easier part for them, and people who are more advanced get a more difficult part that is more of a challenge for them. And in that way, they all learn how to collaborate, they learn how to analyze music, they learn a little bit about how to play by ear, and they learn how to work together to bring about a concert. So that's what we're doing now in the jazz band. I put jazz/modern band, so we're trying to make that transition now. It's also part of our food drive, so collecting the same types of foods.
And this is the 6th of December, so this is a Monday night?
Right, this is a Monday night, December 6th, 7:30, also in Weston Auditorium.
Please bring a microwavable meal for the Falcon Bazaar.
Yes, and masks are required indoors at Fitchburg State, so please bring your mask. And again, live streamed.
So the modern band, so like cowbell?
Sure. If you want to bring a cowbell down on Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m., come right on in.
Triangle?
Sure.
What about the washboard?
We'll make it work.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
We're all about equity of access and inclusivity.
And this is Fitchburg State University students
Yes.
band also?
Yes, it is. Yes.
So there's one band that is community, that's the community orchestra that's open to those outside of Fitchburg State University also.
Two groups. So the community orchestra, which is string orchestra, so violins, violas, cellos, basses, and then the concert band, which is band instruments, flutes, clarinets, saxophones, trumpets, trombones, tubas, percussion, etc. All open to the community. Those both meet at night as well, so it's a little bit easier for our community members to come and rehearse with us.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have these orchestras or these concerts that are happening in winter, and for the rest of the time, how does it work with the music program at Fitchburg State University? Is this like a class that you have to take? Do you have to take a band class? Is this an optional thing? How many people take band?
Yeah, so our band right now has a concert band has about 25 members. And the jazz/modern band has, a handful, 5 or 6, which is a better kind of size for an ensemble like that. I think the community orchestra has about 20 members as well. All of us are a little bit in the rebuilding phase from COVID. Last year we were, had to really shift gears to keep our ensembles going, and we kind of split them up into smaller groups to make that happen. So we could, work together and try to be as safe as possible. But the music program at Fitchburg State, it's open to anyone. We do have a music minor available for students.
Okay.
So they can do a music minor. The music minor actually has 3 different areas of focus. They can choose to be in performance, which would require them to be in more ensembles and performing opportunities and taking lessons on their instrument. There's also a theory composition focus, which is more of music analysis and writing. And then there's also a music history focus, which is more studying, historical genres of music over time. We are working on some other degree programs for the future, including an arts entrepreneurship major, which should be hopefully coming up in the next couple of years if we can get through all the governance and whatnot at various levels.
Arts entrepreneurship, this is something like where you would learn music and you would learn painting and whatever, all sorts of different arts. Well, or is this all music?
No, it's actually, the arts entrepreneurship is kind of like a business degree, an arts administration degree, but you could do a focus in either music, art, or possibly theater. So.
So that's a current plan.
It's in the works.
For a future
It's in the works.
offering at Fitchburg State.
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we have winter concerts. We have spring concerts will be coming next?
Spring concerts will be coming up. We also do, in March, we'll do a big combined concert. All of these ensembles in one night. We call it our Music Mega Mix. And it also coincides with our registration period at the school, so it gets us some face time with more students who might be having to attend a concert for class. And so we do 2 sets of concerts per semester. We'll have separate concerts at the end of the semester, but we also do a lot of outreach type things in the spring too. So I know like the jazz and the choirs will both be performing at the undergraduate research conference, which takes place in April. And we also, play out for other things. The modern band's playing December 1st for the lighting of the campus as well. So we do a lot of other things on campus, not just our own concerts, but we try to get out into the community and try to do more public humanities music making as much as possible.
Aha. And I heard the Glenn Miller Orchestra is coming to Fitchburg State University?
They are December 5th, which is the Sunday evening. Those tickets are on sale now. That's through the Center Stage program.
Ooh, the Center Stage.
Yes.
That's another site on Fitchburg State University?
It is. I believe you can just go to fitchburgstate.edu/centerstage. And those ticket purchase options be right down there. I believe those tickets are about $25 to $28 a piece. And that concert will be in Weston as well. That's an 800-seat auditorium.
Weston's the big one on North Street.
That's right, yes. Yes, North and Ross.
And Glenn Miller Orchestra comes to Fitchburg State fairly frequently, right? Because I feel like I've wanted to go see it in the past, but I haven't seen it yet.
Probably every 4 or 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, so this is the year.
This is the year.
December 6th, Sunday night. You can go to Fitchburg State University's
Center Stage
portion.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
You buy your tickets ahead of time. It probably will sell out.
Oh.
And it will not be live streamed.
Oh, but all the other concerts are live streamed, so they're free.
They're free.
But we encourage donations of microwavable foods.
Microwavable foods.
For the Falcon Bazaar Food Pantry for Fitchburg State University students.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Sounds good. All right, Amy, is there any other things that we want to add talking about the music program or the band program?
We are always looking for more people, so if you know someone that plays an instrument that wants to come play in the band or the orchestra, have them reach out because we are open, and that is for adults or high school students or alumni, anyone in the community. We have lots of people who are retired and play with the groups or used to work at the school or used to go to the school or just live in the area. So we love having everyone involved.
All right. Sounds good.
Great.
Thanks for coming on and talking music with us.
Thank you so much, Sam.
All right, and thank you for watching at home. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to continue our music discussion with Eddy Troxler from Eddy's Music. All right?
Excellent opening move. We played this
opening lines for the Bishop and the
many
Queen.
times. 10-year-old Alice Lee. Let's see a photo of Alice Lee.
So she plays H3,
Okay.
and we were thinking that mainly it's to make Luft, they call
Yeah,
it,
Luft.
German for air.
At the age 8, he was also able to play blindfold, but most of his exhibitions were where he had sight of the board. And he usually played between 15 and 20 players. Yes, I think taking with the Queen. How did Carissa respond to Bishop C4?
She plays Knight F6, attacking the pawn, Jennifer's pawn.
Hi, welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I'm Sam Squailia, and this is Edward Troxler, owner of Eddy's Music at on Mill Street in
Yes.
Fitchburg. Now, you've been there for, what, 5 years now? 6?
I think I'm going on 6 years. It's if I would have known you were going to ask me that, I could have checked.
If I knew I was going to ask you that, I would have prepped you.
But yeah, it's, you know, I mean, I'm still there, so I guess that's saying something. And I'm not getting rich or anything, but in the sense that I'm able to do what I like to do for a living. I teach and play, and I can still pay my bills. I feel that I've been successful, and I see a lot of businesses in Fitchburg come and go, and I'm grateful that I have been able to maintain and be there.
I'm grateful that you're still here too, Eddy, and you have such a positive attitude, and you're always willing to help out. You're one of my favorites.
Oh, thanks.
So, Eddy's Music, we do sales of different musical instruments. We do lessons.
Yes.
Lessons and sales.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a pretty older ad, but yeah, I sell new stuff as well as used, buy and sell, trade used instruments. But there's always different things coming around, so always check with me. I don't update my own website too much because I hardly ever sell anything, but I have a store on reverb.com, which is just like eBay, but it's only musical equipment.
Reverb.com.
Yes.
It's like eBay for music equipment.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I keep quite a bit of stuff on that site,
Yeah, because nowadays having an in-person business, I think, is important, but you have to be, selling online as well.
That's
'Cause
true.
That's what everybody is shopping for.
That's true, and as well as the lessons, I think one thing that the whole COVID thing taught me was how to, to do the online lessons. I kind of always offered that, but I kind of had to. It forced me into getting a system down where we could do the online lessons. So now I do have students who are in remote areas or too far to drive in, and then there are a few that decided to just stay with the online lessons. It actually works a little better for some instruments. Say if I'm teaching drum set or something, because they have their set there at their house, and I can watch them play, and so certain things are better about online lessons, and the convenience is there. But there's also, I think, in-store lessons there's certain things you would get too that you might not get online.
So now, because of COVID, you transitioned to also offering online lessons. That's brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So how does the online lesson kind of work? Is it you set up your computer with a camera and a microphone?
Yeah, I've been using mostly Skype or sometimes Zoom. They work about the same. So most of the kids are used to it because they were going to school that way last year. So so they're pretty savvy as far as that goes. It's the older people like me that have more trouble. But I've always had a camera in the store. You can just use your laptop or whatever's available. Most computers come with a camera, and they're pretty well set up for that these days. So
that's a good transition into the Music for Youth program that we have up here, and we're still doing the Music for Youth program in collaboration with the Fitchburg Cultural Alliance.
That's true, and I would like, if we do accept donations. If anyone wants to donate to a program, I can, because we used to do a lot of concerts, like the Beatles concert was for this, but we haven't been able to do any of that stuff, so it is pretty low on funds, as far as that goes. But hopefully we're coming out, we can start to do concerts again for fundraisers. But if you know people who are in need of lessons or instruments, we can, supplement or get a a package of free lessons.
Yeah, that's kind of what the program is all about, is helping the youth in the community get started with music that are interested in music, or maybe have an interest in trying music. So, but they don't have the funds for the new instrument or funds for lessons. So the Music for Youth program helps supplement that. So we can teach the youth how to play music.
Yeah, and hopefully it, you know, is something that they'll carry with them for the rest of their life. You know, my master's is in education, and I wrote a lot of papers on how just studying music can hopefully improve your thinking skills, or gives you a better way to process information. Whether you pursue it as a career, it's still helpful. And they've proven over and over that, you know, kids who study music, they'll do better in other subjects. So I'm always wanting to promote music lessons, you know.
Yeah.
But it's good for adults too. You know, I have a lot of you know, retired people who take lessons, and they really find it satisfying to be learning something. It's really lots better than learning a new language, because you have a lot more going on. You're thinking about rhythm, you're thinking about pitch, you know, all these things at once. So it's been proven that it's, you know, it keeps your mind sharp. Like,
well, that's what I was just gonna say. Learning music is like learning another language.
Yeah.
You know, when I was working with my daughter doing piano, it felt like we were learning a new language together.
It is a new language. I guess it is a language in itself, which is universal too.
Music.
Yeah, it is. You know, I've been in other countries where I didn't speak the language at all, but I can communicate the music, you know, because generally when I travel, I'm there for music purposes. So, you know, I can, the music is the same everywhere, so that's...
like the little notes?
The music,
what do you call that?
Notation, yeah.
Music notation?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's universal.
It is, yeah, and it has been for at least the past 400 or 500 years. It's been the same, so it probably will.
You go to an Arabic country, China, you go to the United States, you go anywhere in the world, they use the same notes in music.
They do, yeah.
Really?
I could get people to play. If I were in China, I said, "Oh, can you play this?" You know, I can just point to it.
Show it to them, and they'll play it.
Yeah, yeah.
Universal language. Amazing. Yeah. So the Music for Youth program, and you can take lessons. And we were talking about adults taking lessons. A lot of people think that adults, like, if you haven't learned music when you were a child, it's too late. But that's not true.
No, not at all. You know, there's, I guess if you study psychology, they talk about critical periods. If you haven't learned languages by a certain, I don't think that's true at all. I mean, I went to college in my 30s. You know, I could read some music. I'd studied classical music a little bit, but not so much. You know, and I had to learn all this stuff later. My only problem was when I went to college in my 30s that I wasn't used to studying, so I had to teach myself to to focus on these things for. But a lot of my teachers at Berkeley helped me. You know, they would say, "Well, just, you know, find different things to work on for, you know, 10-minute slots or 15-minute slots. Don't try to work on something for 10 hours straight, because it's
because you can do anything for 10 minutes."
Absolutely, you know, and that's kind of that's helpful for me. Maybe it is ADD or something, but it works for me, you know. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was the jazz concert.
Oh, the jazz at Riverstyx, Sunday jazz at Riverstyx?
Yeah, and that's we've been cutting back some. It's been every Sunday all through the summer, but lately. There's been Patriots games at 1 o'clock, so no one shows up. So
sorry, Eddie, I can't be there when the Patriots are on.
But well, actually, this is pre-recorded, so I was going to say I'll be there this Sunday. So when there's not a 1 o'clock Patriots game, I'm still at Riverstyx, so I'm still doing that. And
you have different guests that come with you every week.
Yeah, it's generally they pay us as a duo, but I bring in different artists. This week which you'll have to go back in time. I'll be with a trio from the old band that I used to have, the Jazz Depot. They were Barry and Eric are playing with me, and they sit in with me a lot. I do a lot with Emily, who plays piano for me a lot of times.
Is that Emily
Mazzarella?
Mazzarella?
Yeah.
And you have Russell Watts?
Russell comes and sings for us. Yeah, if he happens to be in the area, he'll stop by and sing some. He's always there. Yeah.
And you have a sax guy?
Marcus comes in and plays saxophone sometimes. Yeah.
So every week.
So different people. Yeah.
When the Patriots aren't playing at 1.
Yeah, that one, and then so I do that. I'm just still doing some solo stuff. I actually play for a country band too. So.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, that's the Alley Kings. They're out of Temple.
The Alley Kings.
They're out of Templeton, Mass. But I think this we would have to go back in time to. I can't remember our schedule, but I play I think it's the 3rd Saturday of every month. That's down in Auburn at Chuck's Steakhouse. So that's
Chuck's
a bit.
Steakhouse.
It's a bit of a drive. A bit of a drive.
The 3rd Saturday of every month.
Yes.
At night.
Yes, from like 8 to 10 or something like that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. The Alley Kings, country, western.
Old, and it's Southern rock and roll too. Which kind of I grew up playing that stuff. I kind of learned it when I was in high school. Not so much the country, but the Southern rock and roll. I mean, I grew up in the South, so it was kind of fed into our bloodstream, I think.
That sounds good. I know Travis Condon, from WPKZ. Now he works for the Chamber. He used to do he's into ska and rock music, but then he would go do a country western TV radio station.
Yeah.
And it,
It's all music,
yeah, it's all music. It's universal.
Most styles I like, and it is a communication thing. I think with jazz, it's more this improvisation that's going on. It's like amongst musicians, it's rather than it's like sitting here talking with you. We're
playing off each other.
Yeah, we're improvising.
Yeah.
A lot of times with the more structured stuff, you don't get so much of that. Say if you're playing classical music or even playing in cover bands, you don't get as much of that because it's there's a set thing, that you go by, guideline, where this part has to come in here, this part has to come in here. Whereas jazz, it's kind of, I tend to think of it as like, say if you're driving out the highway and you start drifting a little, so you go ahead and hit your turn signal.
Okay, so jazz is all over the place, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so if you say...
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but you go ahead and do it anyway because you say, I meant to do that.
And you just own it.
Yeah.
So Amy McGlothlin, right?
Yeah.
She was talking about a jazz modern band. Do you ever have anyone on doing modern band things?
Yeah, I've done some work with Amy. So over at the college, and I think when she first came, me and her husband Joe plays, and Joe has came to Riverstyx and played some of the gigs with me. He plays bass, he plays tuba, and then
Tuba.
I think is Amy still out there? I think
I
it's
don't know.
tuba. Yeah, he plays one of those big things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've played with the Fitchburg State Band, and I've subbed for Amy a few times. I'm still on the faculty list as a sub over there. So because I used to sub for Mikkel too before Amy. Did you know Mikkel? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the concept of the modern band kind of fascinates me.
Yeah.
You can come with any kind of instrument, and you can you pick a song and you work that instrument into it somehow.
Yeah, we're kind of looking at, and I was talking to Amy and Joe about it, and I've talked to a few people. For maybe in the summer, there's a thing that they do it's pretty big. It happens in Cambridge called the Honk Festival.
Honk?
Honk Festival, yeah. If you play any instrument, they all come, and it's a gathering of musicians, and they have a set you know, where even if you can only play 1 or 2 notes, you can be involved in it. And there's, you know, there's.
Oh, that's for me.
Yeah, there's dancers, there's everything else, you know, there's, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, just look it up, the Honk Festival.
Honk Festival.
It started in Somerville, actually, but it's worldwide now.
Cool.
But I'm hoping to bring it to Fitchburg, maybe this coming summer, you know.
Oh, I like that idea. We could bring it to the Activate Mill Street stage.
That would be a good spot, or if it's big, it should be in the park across the street, probably.
Well, you know, you
know.
start small and we get bigger, right? You've played at the Activate Mill Street stage a few times, right?
Yes, and also, I guess before it was called that, it was those when they did the outdoor dining.
Al fresco, dining al fresco?
Yeah, a few of those things.
Al fresco Fitchburg?
Yeah, so there's stuff, you know, starting to happen. It's hard to schedule outdoor stuff in New England because sometimes it rains and it's too cold and it's too windy.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I heard it's gonna be. We might be storms coming. I mean, we might be getting storms coming soon. We're talking November. We're talking December. It's coming, Eddie. It's coming.
Like
it's not
snowstorms,
summer anymore.
Yeah, you get about 6 months of each around here, I think.
Yeah.
But even in the summer, it's hard to plan outdoor things, you know.
Well, and that's why we do Jazz Inside at Riverstyx on Sundays, because it's predictable and the beers are good and the seltzers are good. They have beer ice cream. They got all kinds of stuff, and they're expanding their brewery now. So Riverstyx is the place to be coming up.
Yeah, and we enjoy playing there too. It's a good atmosphere, and it was in the beginning. I think it was a little tough to get a good sound, but I've kind of, because it's like a gymnasium in there, so it's kind of difficult to keep it from echoing. But they've done a little work in there, and then just, you know, simply pointing the speakers toward a corner kind of helps a lot. Sometimes you get the sound waves, if they go to one wall and they hit in the middle, it kind of echoes really bad.
But you got it down. Yeah, that's why you're the expert.
No,
I just did the listening.
I'm not an expert, but but I can
You're
tell.
the professional.
I don't know about that.
The professional. All right, great, Eddie. So we've talked about the Music for Youth program, Jazz at Riverstyx, Eddy's music on Mill Street for lessons and for Christmas gifts and all that kind of stuff.
And I would like to add, if you want anything special ordered for Christmas, get those orders in as soon as possible, because we're still, you know, there's still a supply chain that's running slow, you know, so we don't know if it's a special order, you need me to order something.
Oh, yep, they're talking about supply chain issues all around for everything for Christmas. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be true at Eddy's music as well.
Yep, so start thinking about it. But lessons are a great gift too.
That's it, and we do have.
We don't run out of lessons.
Yeah, we do have gift certificates available for that. I guess we can't talk about the breakfast for bands either, because that'll be after.
Nope.
Sorry.
And we're coming up to the end of the show. But thank you, Eddy, for coming on, and thank you for bringing music to our community.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's always fun to be on your show. Thanks for all you do for the community.
Thank you, Eddy. It's so great to have you. Love having you on. And I love that you guys watch and learn about what's going on in Fitchburg. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. And we'll see you next time.